Alright, welcome everybody to another plugin review. Today we're going to be looking at Universal Audio's emulation of the Ampeg B15. This is a very famous amplifier. I know that they use this a lot in Motown recordings, and I've been playing around with this plugin for about 13 days because it's a 14-day demo. Today is actually the last day of the demo, but I've only been able to play with this once or twice. But yeah, I really love this amp simulator. I play a lot of reggae bass, and this is perfect for that kind of tone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play my bass amp track here in solo, as well as with the track, and I'm gonna compare it to the original amp simulator that I was using, which is the another Universal Audio plugin, but it's the Soft Tube Bass Amp Room, the 8x10 one. And this 8x10 bass amp comes with every Universal Audio Apollo interface. So this is basically a free one, and this Ampeg B15 is a paid plugin. Affordable. I mean, if you're gonna buy this amp, it'd be much more than the plugin. So let's go ahead and get started. And yeah. Okay, so to me, this Ampeg emulation is just blowing that other simulation away. I mean, this soft tube one, I think they're... Scratch that. I was gonna say, I think that they're both emulated by soft tube, but now that I think about it, the Ampeg one is emulated by Brainworx. But what I was going to say is, the soft tube one, it has a nice character and a nice tone. It works for the track. But to me, this Ampeg emulation is just killing it. It's great. And the other thing about this is, it's really two amps in one. It's both the Ampeg B15, but it's two different models, a 1964 model and a 1966 model. And you can hear this has that vintage character. It has like a tube warmth. You can hear a little bit of breakup on it. It's just really fat and rich, and I'm definitely going to save up to buy this plugin because I think I'll be using it a lot. Yeah, just really fat, great emulation, and there's a lot that you can do with this. If you click over here on the effects rack, You can use a power soak, which is like a power attenuator. So if you want to crank up the volume and get some of that tube saturation and attenuate it, that's you could get some of that sound. Yeah, it has like a built-in noise gate. It has some filtering. I haven't really messed around with this a lot because, like I said, I've only gotten to play with this about twice. But as you can see, it has a high pass and low pass filter here, which is great, and that's pre-post. So you have an option of where you want either of these filters to where you want them to be in the chain. I'm assuming before the preamp or after. And you have different cabinet models here, and as well as different kinds of microphones. Plus, you get to choose whether or not it has EQ, which is really, I mean, as you can see, this list is huge. Ribbon mics, dynamic. They have some condenser mics on there too. I mean, this is just, it's such a flexible plugin. But to me, I don't need to dial in any of that. I just load up the plugin, choose if I want the 64 or the 66 model, dial in my EQ however, and boom, it's up and running. I mean, if you like to tweak plugins, you can tweak it as far as you can tweak any amp simulator. But if you're like me and you just want to throw this on and have a good amp sound, well, it's great for that too. So there's also these different inputs. It's, you know, you're choosing whether or not you're plugging into a certain amp or not. The 64 or the 66 model. And then these lower inputs are sort of like a lower output or lower volume. So, yeah, this is a pretty quick review. Let's listen to this one more time just so we can hear how sweet that sounds again. We'll listen to it in the track. And yeah, if you've been considering buying this, I think you should go ahead and get it if you have the money for it. So let's check it out. We'll listen to it in the track and in solo one more time, and then we'll call it a day. That is just so fat and rich and nice. Let's keep listening to that. So, I know this was a quick video. I just wanted to give you some sounds. I'm not too big on going in and tweaking all the settings and stuff, so if you want to do that, go ahead, and if you have an Apollo interface or any kind of, if you have the satellite or whatever, try this plugin out. It also has unison technology, so that means that if you plug directly into your Apollo interface through the high Z input, it models the actual impedance and gain structure of this particular amp. So yeah, I highly recommend you going and trying it for yourself. This video was just for the purpose of you hearing the rich character of this. I mean, this amp, it really is a character amp, and I mean, it has a sweet tone. I was thinking about going and getting a bass amp, but I don't think I need to get one. I think I'd rather just buy this plug-in. And you could even, if you have an Apollo Twin, you could even use this live, really. I mean, it's that flexible. And, you know, in your let me open it up here. In your console, you could have it set up to where you have your actual analog channel here, the input. You could have that working as your DI sound, and then use the amp on the auxiliary send and send to it, and that way you have a mix of your DI and amp sound. That's for if you wanted to use that live, because as you can see, that's how I do it here in the DAW. I have a DI and a bass amp. So yeah, it's really flexible, really fat, rich, and you know, when I hear this amp, it just reminds me of the sounds of the bass sounds of records that I know and love. So I hope this video cleared some things up for you. I know I didn't go into all the settings real deep or anything, but I just, like I said, I wanted you here to hear the sound of this, and I hope you can realize now that this has a wonderful bass amp sound. So if you liked this video, please give it a like. If you didn't like it, you can give it a dislike. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, as I always say. If you really liked it, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching either way. I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful day.